Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and let's say someone leaves a phone behind in your car, or a wallet, or a cap, and they call you about it and say they want it returned. What do? Do you return it? Do you keep it? Do you ask to mail it to them? Do you expect a tip? Do you ask for a tip before you return it? Because when people leave items in their vehicle, that's not your fault. It never is your fault. It's their responsibility to keep track of their property, and I know it might be really important to them, but you know what? I have a life, I have a job, I have other rides to do. Going back and dropping off is a complete waste of time for me, and it's a waste of gas, unless they're gonna give me a tip, something to really encourage me going back. Now, I have largely always brought items back, and more often than not, they have given me something. I have gotten between $20 to $100 for bringing back phones and wallets. I did not get a tip for bringing back a cap, and when I dropped off a wallet for someone and a phone for someone, because they had managed to leave both, I didn't get anything either. And those people, kind of ticked me off because I also went through the drive-thru for Del Taco with them the night before. And while I don't particularly care for Del Taco, I probably would have refused them anyway. They did not offer to get me a 30-cent taco for getting stuck in that long line. So this is definitely a situation that has been very contentious, and Uber has never had much of a policy for it until now. Now, officially, if someone leaves something behind and they want you to return it, they owe you $15. So it's going to cost them a $15 fee to return an item. It doesn't really matter what it is. They just need to pay for it. Now, I think this is a step in the right direction, because even though I think most people are very good about giving you $20 for bringing back an iPhone that they would otherwise have a real heck of a time replacing and getting all their contacts and pictures back and stuff, it's nice that there's like an official stance now for those really cheap people who really don't consider you human almost. They consider you a ride, and they consider you a servant. And by the way, with Uber passengers, they treat me way more like I'm their slave than Lyft passengers. I don't know why, they just do. Now, the question, of course, then remains is, well, what if they don't want to do that and they say, well, can I come pick it up? I'm just going to tell you right now, never do that. Never, never, never give them your address or where you live and tell them to pick it up. I've never done this personally, but for logical reasons, you just do not want to do that. You do not want them to know where you live if you can help it. Now, there is an official feature on the Uber app. You want it returned, it's going to cost you $15. I don't know who initiates that. I don't know if it's the customer or the driver. I guess we're going to find out. Maybe it's a combination of both. Maybe the driver can, on the ride info, alert that an item's been left behind, and then maybe the driver can alert that an item's left behind, and maybe then the rider can decide whether or not they want to pay the $15 to have it returned. I don't know. I am wondering how many people are going to do like what that one lady did, which I'll link to at the end of the video, where she basically went to the police to report her phone stolen by the Uber driver because he wouldn't bring it back without giving a tip. Well, now it's policy, folks. You got to give him $15 to return the phone. It's that simple. So I think this is a change that I think is very positive, because a lot of people have left crazy things in the car. Maybe I'll do a video like crazy things people have left in my Uber. I actually have a box of things that were left because I just don't know what to do with them. I guess I'm just going to throw them away. But yeah, what do you folks think? Does this make you happy? Does it make you not happy? Do you think it's the driver's responsibility to bring something back, whether or not they tip or not? So do you think enforcing a delivery return charge is ethical, or do you believe it's just? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoyed the videos, I may consider becoming a Patreon member or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store. If you want to drive for Uber or Lyft a little bit, give it a whirl, sign up through referral link below, because you'll get a nice little bonus between $50 to $500 on some days for driving for Uber or Lyft. And, it's that extra money is very nice. It makes at least trying the companies out worth doing, even if you don't continue with it. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.